Thank you. Good morning, everybody. Thank you. Yes, I'm alive now. I know that. Good morning, Facebook. Good morning, Instagram. Good morning, YouTube. And I'm already on the TikTok. Thank you for joining me this morning. Adeo, you are welcome. Adeo, Magyokoba Jenny, Oshio Mommy. Tayo Moses, thank you for joining me. For the people that see me for the first time, my name is Dr. Funmilola Tella. Funmilola Tella, protection specialist. Good morning. Thank you for joining me this morning. You're welcome on board. Right, my name is Dr. Funmilola Tella. Thank you for power tapping. God bless you. Right, so we are into financing. We do mortgages, both Nigerian and London and America. We do estate planning when we plan your estates. So, like I always say, it's one thing to make money, and the second, another one is to keep it. All right, which a lot of people, some of us, we begin to know how to make money really, maybe through the ongoing announcement about the investment and all that. But to keep the money, I think this is another thing that some of us we need to take seriously these days. So we need to learn how to keep our money, safeguard our money, because it won't make sense really when you work all our life and work for money or create money, wealth, and then lose it somehow. Do you understand? So, and it could happen in any form. Divorce can take up your money away. Bankruptcy can do that. Even taxes can do that. Right. So so we have so many taxes, but I will mention two or three. Income tax. You can take your money, or you wipe away all your money if the care is not taken. Capital gain tax. You can, pay excess money if the care is not taken. And inheritance tax is the inheritance tax, the money that you pay when you've gone to see your maker. Imagine ìlú ìmọ̀tìlẹ́gbọ̀n àwọn atolóńgbò wọn tó ti òkú tún san tax ṣe gbọ́rọ̀ ẹ̀ rí. So, and these are the things we need to aware of, okay? So, there's a way you can avoid all these taxes legally, all right? And if you don't care, it's not taking. If you look at the last year, according to the UK record, inheritance tax for 2024, 2025, we hasn't record yet, is billions, p pounds, all right? So, and who pay the money? People that does not have understanding what to do or what to go about things. Those are the ones that pay the money, and they pay the money into government pocket. And these are the money that you already pay taxes on when you hand them. Do you understand? So that's the reason why we need to open our eyes. We get the education that needs for us to understand what we need to do. So if anybody here, if you have some organization like a church, like a mosque, anywhere, please, if you want me to come and educate the community, it could be online, it could be anywhere. I'm more than happy to do that. Echo Beauty, mommy, how are you doing? Good morning, beautiful lady. How are you? Thank you for joining me this morning. All right. Ó ṣe gan ni o, má jẹ́ kó bàjẹ́ ṣé o ti rí o tẹ̀ yẹ gbogbo ẹ̀ bàjẹ́ nǹkan tún gbogbo ẹ̀ ṣe lọ́ntì ẹ bá mi ṣá má jẹ́ kó bàjẹ́ má yẹ kó bàjẹ́. Right. Good morning. Abiola, good morning. Good morning, sis. How you doing? Good to see your beautiful face today. So yeah. So that's what we need to please. I'm happy, I'm open to come and speak for free of charity make po. So just to educate ourselves. No, as long you are black, you're African, you're my concern. So let's say guide. You cannot take a plane. You are coming, go bridge. You pass bridge, ocean, or Atlantic Ocean, Kinecan Ocean, and you now come to America, come to London, come to Europe, Canada, and then you let the money go like that. You hand the money, walk, get the money, and then the Canada or UK or America take all the money away from you. No be you be that. How you do now? So that's the reason why we need to understand what's available, and most especially if you're a couple, there's so many opportunity and so many tax element for us. So please reach out. So I'm open to come to church in large to come and talk about this, educate for free. Even mosque, I'm open to come to mosque. So we have Sharia, what called Sharia wills, okay? So everything, if you believe in Sharia, whatever, everything according to Allah, or Bayani. So no excuse. Do you understand? So that's it. Thank you, everybody. Yes. So Magiako Jumi. So how do we work together in Nigerian space down there? Because I have a good news. There's mortgage in Nigeria, of course, you already know. But what make it good news was the interest rate is one digit. All right. Normal interest rates in Nigerian space, you will be looking at 33, 35. I do give people 33, 35. All right. But here to tell us that it's two digits now. So, sorry, it's one digit now, 9.75. Clap for me, Gary. You think it's easy to come and share the good news? Mo mú ìrere ayọ̀ wá fún yín wá láti òkè ọ̀yà láti Nigeria. I clap for myself. All right. So this is the right time to invest in Africa now. All right. So something are you we have been saying, Nigeria is very good. Me, I don't. I'm buburu lenu FT rara. Rere ni. Rere loluwa. Nigeria is very good. It's great in everything. So me and you, we can make it continue to be great and good. Hmm? So me, I pray for my leaders. I pray for the president. I pray for governors, all the 36 governors, all the states, so that they can excel. All the lawmakers, all the senators, honorables that represent all the states as well. So that's only what I can give. You don't cost them. You don't just cost them. You bless them. So even the Bible says, bless your enemy. So they are not even enemy. If you see them as an enemy, fine, to bless them. I don't want you. OTP trend. So by doing that, it's going to benefit me and you. I want my benefit. Do you understand? If you read the course on them, what happened? They are continuing to reach, and go on more. You understand? It better we change it. So I pray for them so that me and my children, your children, our generation to come, they can benefit. And trust me, if you get closer to some of them, they are working hard to make things work. Some of them, they have a heart of God in their life. Genuinely, God purposely put them there. Do you understand? And they are working for God. They are doing God wills. All right. They are working according to God's purpose. So, and those kind of people like that, even themselves, people like this out of this politician, they are facing challenges in the party too. He's saying now, so that there is a reason why you need to start praying for them. Some of them, they genuinely they wanted to do what is right, but because of pressure that the party is giving them, that the Baba Saleh, whatever Mama Saleh is giving them, so sometimes they don't have a choice than to compromise. But when we continue to pray for them, to strengthen them, you will soon come Mama flying. Do you understand? So yes, I'm here now to share about the goodness about the mortgages in Nigeria. Ẹ bá mi share kìíní ìfà. Ẹ mi tún sí ẹ sì bá mi sí ẹ. So can you me to share, please? Tell someone to tell someone to tell someone to tell someone. For somebody that watching me from the YouTube and Facebook, for my Facebook or YouTube, don't worry. I say thank you. Thank you so very much. I might not say you to shout out your name, but trust me, I appreciate you a lot. And the reason it is called a particular software that I'm using to stream is connect YouTube and Facebook together. And I was not able to see you, but if you can drop message, I will see you through I will see your message. Okay, somebody's watching for the YouTube. Shake on it. So mostly avocado calling avocado, yeah, drop your no, you drop a message. It was like being all right then. So now another good news that I've just I've said about Nigerian mortgage. If you wanted to buy a mortgage, okay, some people when I talks about mortgage, they don't really understand it. They say something different, something different, something different. Okay, now killer and pay mortgage. What is mortgage? Definition of mortgage. Mortgage is a loan that you give you when you want to buy a house and others. So mortgage is the loan that bank or lender of financial institution um, give you or borrow you to purchase house, home, property. Okay, sometimes it's not necessary land. Okay, most of the time it's not land, So okay, you can still get, well, it's not, it's can you can still get money from land as well, but when a proper mortgage, you have to be building that's already been built. So when it comes to land or building, we call it, it's a different name. We call it building construction loans. All right. So if we can call it, still call it mortgage as well. It's mortgage, mortgagee, mortgagor. Okay, between mortgagee and mortgagor. All right. So your mortgagor, mortgage lender is a mortgagee. So and the relationship that we built, and those relationship between mortgagee and mortgagor, they last for years. All right. 10, 20, it depend on your retirement age and all that. Okay, so mortgage is the money that the bank or any financial institution lend you to purchase property. Is either to live in there or to make money from it. All right. That's what they call mortgage. So for you now to now qualify to get this mortgage or loans or financing that we are talking about, there's some criteria that you must meet. It's like you are going to American embassy or the UK embassy. They will say if you wanted to go, you start from your passport, your ID, and the reason why you are going, and then what's it called again, what you are doing here, and what you want to go and do there. So it's easy, Abby. It's very simple. But by the time you start providing that document, they begin to see small, small like chaos and all that. Oh, it's not like this, it's like this. We pick this one, we pick that. Where this, you understand? So the same thing. And the reason why, because they wanted to make sure that what you are telling them, you are saying the truth. That if they should give you visa to go to London, America, like me, won't trust me, visa, nǹkan mi mo ṣe, you understand? Then you were able to come back. You know, wá parọ́ fún òyìnbó pé mò ń bọ̀, ìwọ ṣáà fi máa worry, mò ń padà bọ̀. But so if it's because somebody like me tó wá padà wá, tán náà nìyẹn. So they wanted to make sure they, in their own that ability to say, okay, fine, they are convincing enough to say, okay, you are saying the truth. And they will now issue the visa. Same thing applies to mortgage as well. All right. So for mortgage, you feel illegal because visa, you are going to the place of country. Ele, if I give you more money, to bag biro, Muzeferi, Dunamis, good morning. Thank you for joining us. So there's some criteria you need to meet, and the different lenders or banks with the different criteria and all that. So that's why we're here as a broker or as a financial advisor to help you to understand this criteria, or and to help you to submit the mortgage application. It's like you are applying for visa, you're applying for resident permits in any of your country. If you do not answer them, Amazing Sandra, thank you for joining us. If you do not answer all the most of the question very well, and they will end up reject or cancel your application. So same here, all right? So because we understand it, more law school, I went to take my time to go and study new. It's not something to more picky. You understand? You know, my knowledge is going to be different for somebody that say, can you know, I read it on the newspaper. Hey, you deal like on internet, so it's different. There's some languages that they will speak that you don't understand that I understand. So there's a underwriter. So there's something we call underwriter. So we understand underwriter mindset. We understand what underwriter is looking for. Okay. So underwriter, what are job of underwriter? Underwriter is the people that look into your application and make decision. So they're being employed to look for your mistake. Issue money. They were being employed to look for error in your application in any of your documents. They are being paid for that. So they are trying to safeguard banks. All right. So they are trying to reduce risk so that they risk detector. So they detect risk on the behalf of banks to see, okay, this person, can you lend the money to? We are not going to lend you to us. That's the underwriter. So we understand, or I understand how underwriter think. So common person does not understand. All right. So because I have this understanding, or we accompany have this understanding, so immediately we get your document. If it's not in line with what underwriter is looking for, so we coach you, or we help you to tidy up. We call it tidy up. Sometimes you don't necessarily you are not even do something wrong. Some people they are innocent person, they earn the money, uh, they do whatever normally, and even the deposits is money that they can account for. But because they were not being arranged properly, the bank statements wasn't tidy, you end up being to reject you or they cancel your application. So, but because me, I see as a underwriter, I use the same lens that underwriter uses to make a judgment on your application. All right. So, and I will prep your application, your documents ahead before being submitted. Of course, sometime they will tackle it, but when they tackle it, I've already have the answer for them. Okay, so on that basis, I will able to submit your application. Otherwise, I wouldn't. So that's why we have sources in any application that we put in for our client so far. Unless if it is a fraud. If you have a fraud where they call it safer, my hands up. In new I haven't got that energy. I haven't got that energy. Me too, I've not got appetite for that. So if anybody say they will do magic, they are lying. They don't no magic. The only magic, if you have a silver, they say go and get the cash and buy the house cash. Otan. Only magic in there. Anything other than that, no. Uncle J, thank you for your analysis and help. Okay, clarification in the mortgage application. You're welcome, Uncle Jones. All right. So when you have a face and Sivas as well, what is Sivas? Sivas, when they put a Sivas in your name, say that they have detected maybe you have done something um, that's not aligned with financial what if in the financial sector you have done something, they call it criminal something. So they count it as a criminal. It's a criminal record that you put on somebody's record, right? Some people they are fitting. They're not really the one that do what they said they do. Somebody uses the name and all that, and some people out of ignorance, and some people genuinely they confess that they commit that offense. So when they put a Sivas in that your name, right? It cannot, of course, that's not the end of the world. It needs to it takes 6 years, all right? It takes 6 years before it can be get removed. Thank you for joining us from the Facebook. I appreciate it. Okay, the person has even gone. All right. So it's only so we need some. So it's gonna take a while, 6 years to be precise. America is 7 years sometimes to be get removed. Um, See, if oh yeah, help me to power tap. Oh, Uncle John, oh yeah, if you're enjoying my tea talking, oh yeah, help me to power tap, Rachel. I'm going to power tap. So I'm help me to share it as well. God bless you. It's only magical budget that have been power tapping. More you know, if you power tapping, I see if you understand. And Instagram, please, everywhere you're watching me from, if you have any question for me, kindly leave your comments or ask me. Let me answer your question. All right. So, so when they put Silvers, that's a criminal record register against your name. Unknown caller. Kilo Diko. Sorry, Jerry. So, like I said, nobody can perform any magic. All right. Apart from you wait after 6 years or 7 years to be get removed. So yeah, so the longer the better. All right. So if this record have been if these charges or whatever have been recorded on your name against your name maybe 2 3 years ago, so you need to wait more, you understand? So it's patient and you use the opportunity to be continue um to save abi mama save learning. All right. So another thing is if you have a CCJ, court judgment, you know, CCJ, court clinical judgment, music gbàgbé second C. Mo sábà pé judgment court, okay, court at a judgment. So if CCJ being registered against your name, no problem. Of course, so many lender they can look into CCJ. CCJ is not big deal. All but like I said, the longer better. For example, If you some lender they'll say, okay, if you register CCJ over 3 years ago, or and there's a way they can look at it. So that's me. You are becoming a born again over 3 years ago. Lucy shaking here. So they believe the habits comes. What we are looking for. They are looking for habits before they can lend you money. Sorry. Scatter. So we wanted to see uh, if you have default or CCJ in the past. That's not big deal. Even bankruptcy, I will get there. So they wanted to know maybe that habit have stopped. All right. So that's why they want to ask some lender was okay. If you have CCJ over the 3 years, 3 years ago, they will look into your application, 6 years ago, 4 years ago, and all that. And then some lender out there, if you have CCJ in the last 12 months, they consider you because that's one my area of specialists. Because I look after my people, I understand most of all we don't really have financial education, so some of us we mess up our credit files and all that. CCG and default, yeah. So CCG and default, so you can get a mortgage. I can perform miracle can happen. Yeah, okay. You understand? So when I look at it, and they would say good is good letter, good grammar, for sínú application, so your application will fly. So another thing I wanted to tell us, please, and there's a default that come. Most of people had default from communication, communication like a telephone, water bills, internet and all that. Some no utility bill they don't really ignore it, but something like it. If a utility bill 50 pounds, something like that, thereabout. Sometimes some lender they won't see, they ignore it. They pretend as if they didn't see that. All right, because they know all this utility bill. Sometimes they could be crazy. Sometimes I could remember some years back opting for Sky. Say Sky in there, Sky. And then, so, or the Sky of Virgin. So I now move home. So, and the Virgin is just 3 minutes away. And they tell me they are not covering that idea. You know, nonsense, really. So I have to 24 for welcome. So I have to cancel out of annoyance. Just okay, that cancel it. I didn't owe them any money. Moved to we end the contract. Basically, I can't remember what happened precisely, but I just ended the contract like that. So I have to go and opt in for another internet provider. So the box, waiting I want the box to do. Me, I think I left the box in my previous house or I throw in the bin. I don't know. Can you believe they are chasing me for that box? Because of box. I think maybe the first one, I think they gave me the photo or whatever. Boxy. And I said, I mean, I don't have, they didn't even tell me. If they tell me quickly pay, I will have pay for it. They were chasing me, but where do you want me to get the box from? I've thrown the box away. I'm not going to eat it. So later they asked me to pay for it. So some people, and if you don't do that, they will put defaults on the register defaults under your name. So you need to be very careful about all these little things and all that. And then if you think they've been registered something against your name that it wasn't you, please make sure you call the what's it called provider to remove it. So let them to remove it under your name. So immediately they remove it, you are free to go. And if they don't remove it, no problem at all. So, but the default that the lender will not necessarily ignore is the default of credit card. Unless if he reports or if he being reported as a fraud, maybe somebody use your credit card and use it anyhow, whatever. So because credit card is the money that some of the institution entrusts you with. They say take this card. I've already load money inside. Spend it. Make sure you return the money back. You defaulted. So I'm not judging anybody. Okay, people can default. Life do happen. Before I used to. I'm confessing now. I used to judge people if they have a default. Ah, why can it come? But why will you spend the money that you know is not yours if you can't return it? Can it come? But now when I understand, life is not like that. Oh. And if anything, everything is rosing for you. It's not just necessary because you know what you're doing. And so something challenges come. So when I look at the Joseph, he was in the prison. Does he necessarily commit the offense? No, he has no clue. Well, he was in the prison for almost 11 years or something. Do you understand? So that changed my mindset. That okay, things happen when people does not even plan for. Right. So if you don't have default or CCJ, life do happen. Only what we just needed, just tell us what happened, so that will help you to write a note and convince lender to say, okay, it's not your fault too. And besides, even if you do that before, you have changed person. You are a new person now. Okay. But the default, you cannot have default the next 3 months or 6 months and say you want a more default CCJ. Could it work? Unless if it's two, £10, £20 and all that. Okay. So most of the lender, most especially high street lenders, they want it at least to be minimum. So maybe at least 12 months, 24 months before you can put in the application. So credit card default, credit card CCJ, no problem. As long as you have been it's over 12 months, 24 months. Some lender will look 12 months. Some lender will consider 12 months. Some lender will consider 24 months. Some lender will consider 36 months, which is 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 3 years. And there's something we call certified. So if you hear the word of certified, mean that okay, I've defaulted and I've paid the money. So we look into that in a different angle as well. So that can even help your application to fly. So when your defaults are being sorted, you've been paid off. So that's it. So if you have any default, if you have the power or capacity to pay it, please do so. Most especially if it's default is still new, okay, less than 12 months, and you wanted to, you're willing to buy your dream home or whatever investment property, please certify the pay the money in a way of certify the default of CCJ, so that I get corona law. Okay. So and then there's another one we call IVA, individual voluntary arrangements. So lender they don't really like that at all. Okay. It's not. It's something that if you have CCG and default, they even consider you the IVA. Yes. So make sure it's something that you don't really say yes to. If you have not done that, if you are planning, okay, what is IVA? IVA is that maybe you hold this money, you hold this money, you hold this money, okay. Oh yeah, one company, oh yeah, put everything together. Agree, I will pay this amount every month. So individual voluntary arrangement. So that arrangement is not arrangement that will work in your favor. Most of the lender, I'm telling you, they will decline and reject the application. But CCJ default, no problem. Even bankruptcy, sometimes. So IVA, if you say IVA as a something is not big deal. So IVA and the bankruptcy, they are the same thing. That's how they look at. They close to each other. Of course, Shay, can you see a lender? Fine. So if it depends on the time and date that you entering the IVA. So if you enter into IVA, maybe a year, 12, like a 12 months, 24 months, 3 months, many lender will consider. So if you enter IVA between the last 6 months or 12 months, no, I don't think you can see any lender. Mba. So you have to wait. So or it bankruptcy. So if he some lender if he discharge from bankruptcy a year, 2 years, they will consider you being discharged. Because bankruptcy is when you enter after being discharged, I think they can still see the trace of somehow. I think so. So if you're being bankruptcy are being registered against you, as some lender will look into after 36 months, that's 3 years. No one will look to one year or two. I don't think so. If you sit down the criteria, they will say yes. Later on, they will put you show you somehow. So these are Mr. Shegun. Thank you for joining. So anybody have question? If you have any question, please let me know. Type in your question so that we know where to touch. All right, so these are the thing when it comes to credit reports. Okay, so these are the and your credit report, your credit history, um, you know, have a long way to go when it comes to you getting a mortgage, approve a mortgage. And the same thing apply in Nigeria. So if you are here, if you wanted to get a mortgage in Nigeria, we are going to ask you for your UK or US, Canada credit history. We need that. Without that, no money. So whether it's bad or whatever, no problem. We shall won't see. All right. So, like I said, no big deal in everything. A situation that happened. The most importantly is the desire to say, okay, I was here before, now I'm here now. So I was once blind, now I can see. I was once lost, now I'm found. So that's what we're looking for. As long as you are being found, as long as you can see now, that's what we are looking for. We don't really care about the past. We look about the future and the present. So that's more important when you wanted to get a loan or mortgage for your dream home or your dream investment. Mowire, abi Mowire. So any question? If there's no question, let me come and be going. Get more malo. Come and be going. Why? I promised to come on live three times in a week. So multi market is part of my tax that I've put up for myself. So I've taken three this week. I've successfully do the three live. So what's it going here? So I can do bonus when I have extra time. Tomorrow, Friday, I'm not available. Thursday, which is tomorrow, maybe. Otherwise, I will see you again next week, Monday, hopefully by God's grace. All right, guys. If there's no any other question, I think I need to take my leave now. So regarding Nigerian mortgage, so the requirement of equities, when you're hearing equity, is the money that you have available to contribute. Most of the Nigeria, here we use deposit in London. Okay, America we use down payment and Canada. So Nigeria, you hear the word of equity. So whenever you're hearing equity, so they are still talking about down payment or deposit. That's what they mean. So down payment or deposit, your own contribution. For example, like I said, you wanted to buy a house, you are saying to a bank or financial institution that I love this house and I don't have money. So how can you help me out? And the bank is okay, no problem. So if that's your desire, we are here to make you happy. So, but you need to contribute as well. We cannot give you 100%. They used to do that before the credit crunch. All right. So you used to come out with something. So they now give you guidelines. Okay, how much you can come up with, so that before they can consider you. Some lender, okay, Nigerian space, they will say come up with 30%. Okay, so the bank will fund the rest 70%. So if you don't have 30%, no problem. If you have 20, reach out to me. I can work things out. In fact, I will be coming out with 10, only with just ordinary 10% now. It's coming up. So, it's just a way of you making a move. Sometimes we women, we need a little push. Ola, Ishegun, welcome on board. So we need a little bit push. You need somebody to push you a little bit. So sometimes we need to come out from our comfort zone. So if you don't take a step, you wouldn't know what you're capable of doing. So at least come out with 20% deposit. So if I'm able to say, okay, 10% is there for you to put down in Nigerian mortgage space, alone gbogbo, most especially with diaspora, 10% Nigerian property, you know, do you understand? So when you come up with that, so we can fund you the rest, and then you can be paying the mortgage little by little. So and then I will give you advice that when you are buying, make sure you consider location. So when most especially if you're in diaspora, so that you can put the property on Airbnb. Don't add. to do renting AST is that when some a family take their whole house. So and HMO is the one you take one by one. I don't think they see the HMO. They face me and slap you. They face me and can connect Nigeria. Dunamis Media. Good morning, sir. How are you? So Tony Mama Konjola, welcome aboard, sister. So if you put on that like a 30% is more promising, 20% is feasible, 10% could be forcible, but I'm not 100% say guarantee. You have to meet some extra what's it called? Um criteria before we can say okay, bring 10% and lender report. Even here in London, 10% in only. Shetty tell me, Kenny, you see how we grow in Nigeria? London, America, 10%. Even some America, 15%. It's only when you do FHA, you say 3.5% something. All right. So with 10%, you can be a homeowner in Nigeria. But with other criteria, oh, we need your credit report for here. Oh, if you have any credit history in Nigeria, no problem. If you do not have, we know we have here because this is your resident. You reside in the UK, in the US, in the Dubai, Canada, Europe. Give us the credit report there. So that's fine. So your income, we do income verification. Oh. So because this mortgage is based on the residential, because this interest rate that's quite cheap is a government initiative. So it's a government, it's not institution like that. So because the government, they only target a low earner, so that's why they make that interest just like here. So when they want to talk that target first time buyer, yeah, must be a first time buyer before you can eligible to this particular loans. So if you build your own house, no problem. Maybe you can still consider as a first time buyer after you haven't collected any loan before to purchase a land and to purchase a property in Nigeria. So you still is going to recognize you as a first time buyer. So come out with a deposit. We need to see because we believe you're going to live there. So we need to assess your income and then so some institution they have okay this amount you must be your take home should be this amount every month before you can qualify for this loan for this loan. Okay, so if you are interested, please send me a DM. Come to we said that if you look our bio, our number there, or if you look at what's it called if you look at them, or you can send me message directly from any platform that you're watching from. So instead I reply to you or my team reply to you. So S Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, TikTok, please send a message. You please YouTube. It will go on that comment. So I'm not going to advise to leave message on the YouTube because they don't have a messenger. So they go to the messenger. So all these platforms they are talking about, TikToks have a messenger, private something, apart from comments. So Instagram have a messenger that you can send a message to the person directly. Um, Same thing as Facebook because they link. I'm sorry, yeah, Facebook no, because they link together. Even LinkedIn as well, it come directly. Twitter, it will come directly. All right. So send us a message. Um, we are happy to move it forward. And if, regarding the property as well, I've spoke a little bit about it yesterday, and I'm happy to come back next week to come and talk more about what to look for when you're buying investment property in Nigeria, most especially with diaspora that we are not here because I wouldn't want you to buy house blindly to buy a house. People do that mistake before. They don't do that anymore. When they build a very gigantic houses in Africa, and then they only goes once in a year. 2 years they might not even go there. So what's the essence? Really, Mama Junior. And if see, house is anything that you don't use, you lose it. If you are not using the houses begin to decay and begin to do you see them losing value and decay. So that's the reason why you don't need so people don't buy big house like that anymore. And things have changed anyway. We are living in a millennials world now, so even apartment is more involved now than normal than houses and all that. All right, and that's it. So what to look for when you're buying property, and location is very important. Even as in Nigeria, location is still a key. All right, most especially if you're thinking of doing Airbnb or thinking of putting making money out of it. Nigeria is developing and developing so fast, most especially Lagos, Abuja, and the Port Harcourt River State and all that. Because of resources, so many people are going to there for tourism and all that. Most especially Lagos. E1 is coming to Lagos in October, so it's going to get more traffic. And when the country get a traffic, the accommodation needed, hospitality needed, hotel, Airbnb needed. So this is how you make your money. All right, thank you, Rufai Kennedy. Thank you for joining. All right, guys, thank you for joining me today. I need to go now. See you again next time, please. If you just join me, please go to our YouTube or Instagram apps. Yeah, replay our video, or we can look at our past video and to get some understanding of what we are talking about, what we're doing. But if you are just joining me on a TikTok, TikTok does not save video, so please go to our YouTube. Please, I would like us to everybody to subscribe to our YouTube channel, F3 Rich Mommy Club 101. All right, because the time is coming where we only use YouTube channel to reach out to people. So please subscribe. So when the time comes, you can get notification. Missing, Nene Kuri, thank you. All right, guys, see you later and bye.